Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, sorry for the delay there. My router just went on the fritz just all of a sudden, like 5 to 10 minutes right before I was getting ready to go live. I couldn't get online, so I had to reboot everything. So we're here, man. I tell you, technology, it helps, but it's always getting in the way. So, but we're here. So again, everybody should be hopping on here, and I've got some really good information to share with you guys today. So be sure that you've got your pad, your pen, whatever. I got like a lot of stuff on my desk right here that you can't even see. It's just been a busy morning, but today, again, I'm going to show you guys how to create some quality videos for your business. You definitely don't want to miss this. This is definitely going to be some good stuff. Hey guys, welcome to the Home Biz Hustle Show. All right, so let's kick it off here today. I've got a short presentation of some really good points that you definitely want to pay close attention to. This is going to be good. For those that are new, that are just joining us here, my name is Stephen Rachel, and I am a videopreneur, right? I do a lot of different things in the entrepreneurship world. Businesses, affiliate marketing, creating systems, trainings, coaching, all kinds of things in network marketing and all that. Just anything that's related to working from home. That's what a lot. That's what we do a lot. Me and my wife. She's a programmer, so she creates a lot of our systems and everything. So we've learned some really cool skills over the last, I don't know, long time, well over a decade of how to make money on the internet. And we try to do a lot of things off the internet years ago. I wasn't that successful, when it came to that, but I was very successful. We became very successful marketing online, mostly around creating video content. That's really what really set everything up. That's what really gave us the breakthrough. Once we started making videos, everything else just changed, and it hasn't been that bad since. All because of cameras, YouTube, and Facebook. That's pretty much in a nutshell. Smartphone cameras, digital cameras. I got some on my shelf back here. I'll show you some of those. I got some other videos coming with that. But what we're going to do today, guys, I'm going to show you how to create some quality videos. Because it's not just about making videos nowadays. You definitely want to start where you're at. You don't want to. I'm just muting my phone here. You don't want to. You want to start where you're at, but you want to put things in place so you can get better. Okay, and I'm going to kind of break down a little bit of that whole process and really why it's really important and how videos can really just change everything about your business or whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. In terms of having success, videos can make a huge difference with that. So we're gonna start it off with the short presentation, and we'll come back and I'm gonna maybe answer a few questions, give you guys a little bit more insight on a few different aspects. So let's just go ahead and kick it off here today. And let me change my screen here. So give me a second, and I'm going to make a few adjustments here, and then we'll kick this thing off here. Here we go. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Here, let me move a few things around that you can't see that's popping up on my screen here. Let me move this down. All right, and we'll get this started here. And again, apologize for the delay. Boy, I tell you, technology, Cox Communications. That's all I got to say. But anyway, so how to make quality videos? Okay, it's really not hard. Marketing. One thing about marketing, even in terms of making videos, that has evolved over the years. Even from when we first got started, things have so much evolved that things aren't even the same or how they used to be. It's kind of funny how things actually have actually changed here. Let me hold on one second. Let me take something off the screen here. I think you can't quite see that here. That's what happens when when you try to, you got to hurry up with a few things here. So let me do that again. 1 second. Here, let me come back and keynote. And here we go. Hopefully that works there. Hold on. Man, what is going on today? Let me take that off. There. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, there we go. All right. So that's better. So social media plays a huge role in marketing online for today and beyond. Of course, like, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all those different platforms actually work. They really work if you're doing video. So I know some of you are probably on Facebook. You're on Facebook every day, you're posting and all that. Maybe you're not doing videos though, but you're just sharing other people's content. You definitely want to start making videos, and I'm going to break that down even more. But again, social media is going to play a huge role. Everybody's on social media: businesses, corporations, individuals. Everybody from A to Z has rallied around social media. So that's going to be a huge part of your success going forward. So you want to make sure that you do that. There's a problem though when it comes to this though. The problem is most people are just pitching on social media. Okay. They're just, trying to sell, hey, buy my product. Hey, join my organization, join my business, whatever. Most people are not giving value. That's the key. Most people are not giving value. They're not sharing their stories. They're not sharing their successes, their failures, their insight. They're not giving their story, if that makes sense. And so most of us, it's just so much easier to have a business and have a link and just send the link out to someone and then hope they buy whatever it is that you have. But typically that just doesn't work, right? So most of us are just spamming, pitching, spamming on social media. And really, guys, it's just noise. That's really what it is. It's just noise. There's so much noise out there. It really doesn't make an impact in what you're doing. So, you really going to have to focus on setting yourself apart from everybody else. Your business, especially if you're like in network marketing or even in some affiliate marketing, opportunities and programs, your biggest competition isn't going to be the company down the street that's doing the exact same thing. If you're selling this or whatever, and there's other companies that are doing the exact same thing, they are not your competition. You know who your competition, your number one competitor is? The other people that are in the business doing the exact same thing as you. So you're going to have to set yourself apart from them. And the only way you can really do that is by letting people know who you are, because you might have the same product, the same compensation plan, the same systems, the same tools, the same offer with the same prices that everybody's offering. But the one thing that you have that they don't have is you. That's the difference. And so you got to show you to be able to relay or convey your message over to people to really where they want to, they can buy it from any of these individuals, but they want to buy it from you, right? So you got to promote you. Okay. Or you, that's what you got to do. So hopefully that makes sense. So again, it's just noise. There is a solution, of course, and you already know what it is. It's really all about developing relationships. That's really what creating video content is about. It's not about just making videos just to make a video. It's not about, I know a lot of people are afraid of getting on camera. I want you to think of this though. When you're out and about and you meet someone or you're out and about in the marketplace and typically you meet somebody new, what do? You shake hands and you have a conversation about whatever you see them, they see you. And that's what gives a relationship or develops a relationship, a bond, whether they're trying to sell you something or you trying to sell them something, or you trying to give an idea or they're trying to give an idea. Make sense? So when it comes to making videos, all we're doing is recreating that dynamic in a digital format. because when you're out and about and you meet people, whatever, yeah, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's, in the real world, but in the digital world, that's what videos do. It gives you the ability to create that digital handshake, right? That builds a relationship, which allows people to know you more and you know them, which people like buying and purchasing and connecting with people who they know, like, and trust. Make sense? That's all video. That's all we're doing with all this video stuff. We're just, hey, I can't be with you in person, but I want to show you me, what I'm about, how I operate, and that I'm a real person. And I can do that in the video, even though if you're 2,000 miles away, you can know me a lot just because I'm creating video content. Make sense? And that's how you want to look at things, okay, when you're building your business. So it's all about solving their problems. It's all about building relationships, solving problems, right? Whatever their problem is, making money online, whatever problem that your product, resolves or service. It's really all about problem solving. Solving people's problems is really what creates an audience, right? So it's all about building relationships, solving their problems, and telling stories. Okay. It's all about telling stories, not saying the facts. We're so quick to, hey, well, my company has this and blah, blah, this, and we do that, and we have this, and all that stuff doesn't matter. What happened with you when are you using the product? What's your take on it? People just want to know what your experience is. That's why we love reviews so much. We love hearing people's opinions about something that maybe we might be interested in. No, you don't have to give me the facts. That's great. I'll learn the facts once I get in. I'll learn all the details once I buy or join or whatever. But what do you think about it? How is it working for you? Give me some insight. Give me some stories. Give me a little bit more information outside of this sales page that's just selling me everything. Give me a little bit more. Telling stories sell. Facts just tell stuff. Stories sell stuff. Okay? Remember that. Facts just tell. Facts don't sell anything. Well, my company has this, and the CEO's been around this long, and the company's been here since we're located here, and people don't care about all that stuff. I'm just telling you. I've been doing this. I only do this for a living, and I've been doing it for a living for a long time. What really makes people say, whoa, and go into their wallet and pull out their credit card is by stories. And what's the best way to tell a story in a digital environment? Videos. That's the best way. Okay. You can tell stories by text as well, by sharing your thoughts in written text. That works too. Okay. All those things work when you're telling stories. But the best way, the number one way that converts higher than any other method on planet Earth is videos. That's the number one way. So if I'm going to spend time and money and effort trying to market or build a business, I'm going to do the number one method that's going to get me to the top of the mountain the fastest way. That's just me. Start where you're at. But if you're like me, hey, I don't have time to be doing this for 2, 3, 4, 5 years to finally reach my goal. I need to make some things happen in 2021. Like, Steve, you don't understand. I got to make some things happen in 2021. You know what my answer will be to that individual? You need to start making videos. That's what's going to get you there in 2021 faster than any other method. So again, telling stories, because I apologize. I just get excited when I'm just talking about video marketing. And the reason why is because I am the fruits of that labor, of doing that activity. If it wasn't for video marketing, telling stories, building relationships, solving people's problems, we wouldn't even be on this call right now. I'll be at work at T-Mobile if I'm still working for that company at the time, but you get the picture. So video marketing, the new way to win online. Who am I? Really quick for the people that are seeing me for the very first time, just really quick, guys. I know some of you already know, but for those that are seeing this video for the first time, who am I? We are Stephen and Lanacia Rachel. We live here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We've been full-time marketers online since 2012, but we've been trying to do all this stuff since like the early 2000s. So we had a lot of years, over a decade, of not really having any success. Everything changed once we started making videos and we started getting awards and going on speaking and on stages and flying all over the place, just helping a lot of people. And again, not to impress anybody, I'm just kind of giving you what happened. And it all happened mainly because of video. So that's really what made all the difference for us. We're experts in video marketing, millions of views on YouTube. We speak in many events. We show people how to make better content. And of course, we've made, oh my God, I've made thousands. I couldn't even give you a number. I don't know. Steve, give me a number. I don't know. 2,000, 3,000. I don't know. Maybe more. I don't know. A lot. Definitely in the thousands for sure. With multiple YouTube channels, videos on YouTube, Instagram, just even stuff that's not even on social media. So it's just, courses and a lot of videos. So I am qualified to give you this information. Okay. Because we've been doing it for a very long time. Now, what is video marketing? Really, videos that you create to share your brand's story online. Like I was telling before, it's all about telling stories. That's really what this game is about. Whoever can tell the most stories is going to get the biggest check. Okay. And be consistent with it. Okay. So that's really what it is. You can tell stories using your smartphone. You don't have to have any fancy equipment. Yeah, I know you see some of my videos and you see some of the things that we do. And, it didn't start off like that. Okay. It did not. I didn't have all this stuff. I had a smartphone, and you guys have a smartphone now, and you can really do some incredible things with your videos in terms of making videos. And I know people that make over $1 million a year personally, and they do all their videos on mobile devices, like their iPad, their iPhone, and they do all their editing and everything on mobile. It's crazy. That's where technology is. So you don't really need to go out and buy expensive stuff. You can if you want to upgrade later, but you can start with your smartphone. I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I'm telling you what I know. You can start there. You can even start with your webcam. If you have a camcorder or a DSLR camera, great. You can use that as well. And of course, you can even use your action cam or your GoPro. Just if you got a camera, you can get started. Okay, you can go right and just focus on that. Okay, let me look here. So really, it's all about giving value. This whole thing is about giving value. If you give enough value, you're going to make an impact with people, and that's really what it's all about. It's not just about making the sale. It's about let me come back here. It's really about mastering the art of selling without selling, if that makes sense. Mastering the art of selling without selling, meaning you're creating so much content, people get to know you, they like you, they know, like, and trust you. And what happens a lot of times, because you give a lot of value, people want to work with you. Hey, I want to work with that individual. Hey, man, I got to work with that person because I'll be able to learn some things. So they're doing this program, or they're doing that opportunity, or they have this, or they have that. They'll want to work with you. They'll want to buy things from you. They'll want to connect and get to know you on a personal level. Hey, can I call you? Hey, can you give me a call? Hey, do you do coaching? I mean, these are things that happen when you're creating content. It's all about giving value. And even if you're creating content that's more around your business, just simply because you're sharing your experiences with that idea, people want to connect with you. Make sense? Or buy or connect or whatever it is that you're marketing or want to market online. It's all about giving value. And that's really what videos give. You're giving value just by letting people into your world. Okay. And people like to, they like to connect with people. Humans love to connect with people. So give them that opportunity by making videos. Kind of give you a little bit more. I'm going to get to how you can start creating some quality content. I got a little formula here. So make sure you're paying attention. Don't go anywhere because it's about to get serious here in a minute. So remember, if you are marketing online, you've got to become a media company. Yeah, I know you're doing this program. You're in the health and wellness niche. Yeah, I know you're in the financial niche. Yeah, I know you want to do this. Yeah, I understand you got that. You've got to become a media company as well. So whatever you are, it should be a slash right there at the end of whatever that statement is, media company, because you're going to have to start creating media around you and your idea for people. And this is a little funny picture I did with a whole lot of equipment and stuff that that I have now. But you don't have to have all this. Okay, I'm just kind of making a funny image here. Just, hey, you've got to become a media company these days if you want success online. So how do you create video content? That's the question that a lot of people ask. Or quality video content. There's a lot of different ways. I've got a few different ways here I'll be able to share with you in this presentation here. Number one is telling your story. Okay. Number one, you got to start telling your story, whatever that might be, your story. Okay. Why is that so important? Because everything serves the story. Okay. Doesn't matter what you offer. Doesn't matter what your comp plan does. All that stuff doesn't matter. Everything serves the story, whatever your story is. Okay. And let me kind of break that down. So there's a few different things that you gotta look at when you're making a video, and this is one way. So disclaimer: there's a lot of different ways of how you can make quality content, and if you're connected with me here on YouTube, you're gonna get the opportunity to learn a lot of those different methods. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to and click the bell on subscribe and click the bell so you'll get notified, because I'm doing these videos every day. So for the next however many weeks and months, I'm going to be doing these videos every day, just giving back value and showing you guys how to really win with video content. So there's something called the 3-act narrative. Okay. The 3-act narrative is basically the, I guess you can say, the formula of creating engaging content. Let me kind of break it down for you. So there's a beginning of a video. When video comes on, there's a beginning part of it, and that's kind of like the setup or the intro, right? I kind of did a little bit of that when we started this training this morning. I said, hey, sorry for the delay, had a couple of issues with my router over there in the corner, and but then I kind of said, hey, today's video we're going to be talking about how to create quality content, and then it went from the beginning. Then I showed you a little intro, little clip, right? And then we're into the content. So every video has a beginning, which is really more or less the setup of the video, and or intro. There's a little intro. And then of course there's a middle part of the video, which is really talking about the problem of whatever it is that you're talking about. If you're in health and wellness, hey, do you have a hard time losing weight? You try this, you try that. You've done this diet, you've done this exercise, nothing seems to work, but guess what? I've got a solution that's going to help you to really lose 10 pounds over the next 10 days. You see how that went? The problem solution. That's part of the main meat or piece of the content, right? Problem solution. And then of course at the end, every video has an ending, right? Which should be a call to action. So after you do your intro and then you go over your problem solution, whatever it is that you're talking about in your video, you want to give your people a call to action. Let me kind of come back. I got a quick story here. When I first started making videos, I understood that piece. Okay. Just do some training and mentorship that I was getting years ago. And I understood about the call to action, the end of the video. So in the beginning, when I first started making videos, this is always a funny story. My call to action after whatever it is that I talked about in my video, I normally had a beginning, a middle, and then right there at the end, I told people to call me. Hey, call me if you want to know more information about this opportunity, this program, whatever it is I was selling at the time. And guess what? Several weeks after making that video and sharing that content, I started getting these phone calls. And then it just kind of snowballed over the next few months or so. And And it was exciting at first because I'm like, man, my phone is ringing. People are buying. They're just, hey, Steve, I saw you on YouTube. Hey, I saw your video on YouTube. Hey, I just watched your video. Hey, I just saw this and you told me to give you a call. And they're just calling me. And it was fun. But after a while, it got very frustrating because I would talk to somebody for 45 minutes to an hour. And then a lot of them would buy. But I remember one day I literally spent maybe 8 to 9 hours straight just on the phone. I'm like, this is great, but I don't have time to be on the phone all day long just talking to people. I said, I've got to change my call to action to, instead of having them to call me, I'm going to say, hey, to get more information about how this all works, take a look at my website, watch the video on the page, go ahead and get started. And I'll be able to send you some information to get you plugged into all the training and all that stuff. What was interesting, so I stopped making video. I still would get calls every now and then because I kept that video up, so I would still get some calls in it, and that was fine. But all the new content I started making, the calls went down, but the sales went up. All because I told them, hey, to get more information about how this all works, go to the link in the description. Sometimes I would flash it across the screen. So a lot of people go to the page and they listened to what I told them to do. I gave them a call to action to go to the website, watch the video on the front page, then get started. And guess what? That's exactly what a lot of people started doing. And that kind of went into the process of me experiencing waking up every day with sales in my inbox. Like, man, I had 5 people sign up last night while I was in the bed sleep. I just made how much money for the day, and I just got up, all because they were watching that video. Make sense? So call to action is key. All right, so again, beginning, middle, end. Very important. So video success blueprint. So remember, let me kind of break this down even more so you can kind of really understand how this works. So remember, every video has a beginning, okay? And then, of course, you have, this is where you do a quick intro to introduce what your video is about. Plus, and this is kind of optional if you want to add an intro, like a little intro graphic. I've got some resources I'm going to share with you where you can get some really cool intros for your videos, and they're really, really cheap and it's really easy to make. You'll see when you go to the website. So again, you got your beginning, quick intro to introduce what your video is about, plus add a graphic intro. And kind of give you an idea, that's one there, okay? Where you can ask your question, like in your intro, it could be a statement. Hey, like for example, let's say I just came in, like in this video here. If you're looking at this video, maybe I just said, hey, are you having a hard time losing weight? In this video, guys, I've got a really cool solution where you can lose 10 pounds over the next 10 days in 3 simple steps. And that would be the beginning part of the video, which would lead into a intro graphic. Make sense? And I've got a real life example I'm going to show you guys here in just a moment. So stay tuned for it. I'm going to show you guys how this works. So I got the setup with a question or statement. Then I have an intro. Intro shouldn't be no more than maybe 7 to 10 seconds. 10 seconds at the most. Okay, you want to keep it as short as possible. So 7 to 10 seconds. It could even be lower than that. Lower than 7. So this is one. So that's the beginning. Then of course, after the intro plays, then I go into the middle part of the content right here. Okay, and this is the content, the value. This is where I'm, talking about the solution to fix their problem. Okay, whatever that was, whatever I was talking about here in the beginning, right? Now I'm in the middle part of the video and I'm just this is when I just talk about whatever it is I need to talk about to solve whatever their problem is. And then of course at the end, I'm gonna give them a very strong call to action. A lot of us call it a CTA. So basically what's next? I'm gonna give them, okay, thanks for watching this video. This is what you need to do now. Give me a call, go to my website, connect with me on Facebook and Instagram. Whatever you want your viewer to do, give that call to action at the end. Okay, it might not be to sign up in my business. It could be, check out my website, join my blog, or get ready. Whatever your call to action is. So just whatever that is. So this is the flow: beginning, middle, end. Okay. Now I'm going to show you this video actually, and you're going to see it in live. You're actually going to get some value from this too. It's a really quick video. It's really short. I can't remember, like maybe like 3 minutes or something, if that. But watch this video on the next slide here, and you'll see exactly what I mean here. So let's check it out. Okay, so this is the video here, and you'll see a beginning, intro. You're going to also see a middle and a call to action. See if you can pick it up on each section. Watch this. Coming up in this video, I'm going to show you 5 really cool ways to do some pretty slick in-camera transitions that'll make your videos pop. Coming up. All right, so there are actually a lot of different ways on how you can create some pretty cool transitions in a lot of videos that you make, but there's some actually pretty cool ways that you can actually do the same exact task just using your actual camera or your phone as well, without doing all the different transitional effects that you see in a lot of different editing programs. You might have seen me do some of my videos where I do something like this, and then I wind up in a totally different location. You see, there's all kind of ways that you can actually create some pretty cool effects in a lot of your videos to make them more engaging. I mean, there's things that you can do in your editing software, but there's really a lot of different things that you can actually do just by using your camera. Here's another one. All right, pretty cool, huh? Well, that was just a basic spin move. All I really did, I just moved my camera going in one direction, leaving one scene, coming into the scene in the same motion, and then I just tied those 2 clips together, as you can see here in the video. So it really makes a pretty cool transition without using any kind of in editing transitional effects. You can just do it straight using your phone or even your camera. Here's another one. And here I am right back into my front yard now. And so really simple effects here with that up and down option. Basically, when you leave the actual first scene, you want to move it. I was actually moving it up in one direction, then I cut it, and then I actually started this new scene with the camera facing down but going up in the same motion. So that's what created that little effect in one location. Now I'm in a totally different location. So it's actually pretty cool how things can actually work when you're just using some simple motion, inside your camera. Here's another one. Okay, in this segment of the video, what I'm going to do is actually do a pan left, a pan left or right. Actually, I think we're going to go right on this tree right here. So if you see this tree, so what we're going to do, you can actually do a pan left or you can do a pan right. Of course, I showed you the up and down effect earlier. But what we're going to do, we're just going to do a quick pan to the right, and you'll see exactly what we're going to do here. So 3, 2, 1. So what we've done in this clip here is, you can see we've actually panned straight into, I guess, this bush right here, right? So, but it was actually a really smooth transition, going in the same direction. We ended the first clip going into the right direction, came into the new clip using the same exact motion, and that's what creates the actual transition. So there's actually a lot of different ways on how you can do some pretty cool transitions for a lot of your different videos, without using a lot of high-tech, type of transitions and stuff that are in a lot of different, editing softwares. But it's still good to actually try those things out to see how they work for you. But if you want to do some pretty cool things just using your camera or even your phone, the camera that's in your device, you can definitely do that as well. So, but here's another one. Let me show you this last one here. It's actually pretty cool. All right, so in this video here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to do where I can actually take my whole body and pretty much like teleport it or move it into a totally different location. You'll see what I'm talking about here. So I'm standing here, here in the front of my home here. So I'm gonna jump right here, but I'm gonna jump off of this step. But I'm gonna jump right here, but we're actually gonna land somewhere over there in the street, somewhere over there, right? So, but it's gonna be a pretty cool transition. Check it out. So let's go ahead and do it. 3, 2, 1. Pretty cool, huh? So as you can see, now I didn't jump right there in the front of the home. I'm actually over here by the street now. So pretty cool transition. As you can see, those are some really cool transitions that you can actually put into your videos to give them more, more life. Makes people wonder, how did you do that or whatever. There's all kinds of different ways and everything that you can do your videos and actually make them more engaging. Recap. So what do we talk about? We talked about where you can cover your actual camera lens. That was number 1. We talked about the spin effect. We also talked about moving your camera up and down, left and right. And of course, we also talked about changing the focal point where you can actually just take your whole body and move it into a completely, totally different location. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you like this video. Go ahead and like, comment, share the information. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And hey, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. All right. Pretty cool stuff there, right? So here, let me come back. So I don't know if you guys, for those that are watching, did you pick it up? You know, there was a beginning, right, with the quick little, statement, about, doing transitions in your video. Went into an intro, like a little graphical intro. Then it went into the, into the content of the video, and then of course, I had the, the CTA right there at the end. So pretty cool stuff there, guys. And you'll actually see that video somewhere on my YouTube channel, whatever. I'll probably link it in the YouTube description if you want to check it out again. But that's a cool way. Now, let me kind of come back here. Let's go back to the presentation here. And there, number 2 is, so that was number 1 in terms of, ways of how you can create quality, video content. And of course, number 2 is types of videos. There's a lot of different types of videos that you can use to create quality content. Of course, you can do Facebook Live videos, YouTube Live videos like I'm doing right now. A lot of people do Facebook Live. They kind of pretty much started that trend. Well, they didn't start it, but they really capitalized on that trend several years back. Now, pretty much every platform has some type of live video feature embedded into the platform. So live videos just in general work. Okay. And the great thing about live videos, you don't have to edit anything. So it makes it really, really easy for you to get work done. Right. So you've got that. You've got vlog and testimonial type videos. I've done a lot of these. I'm going to be doing even more, this year as well. I'm just doing it's nothing too fancy. It's just giving real life, just sharing my life. And here's me and my wife, I think, going to the Las Vegas airport, flying somewhere in the country, probably some event, knowing us back then. It's probably some marketing event or what have you. So this is us in Las Vegas airport, and I'm just recording I'm just documenting. So a lot of times it's not about being creative or trying to create. A lot of it is just documenting your life, documenting your experiences, whether it's about a business or whatever. So again, that's all I'm doing here is just documenting our journey, getting ready to get on a flight to go somewhere. Makes sense. So vlog style, testimonial video, all that cool stuff. Another one is training, motivational videos. This is a training video / somewhat motivational, if you will. I think I did more motivational yesterday on episode 1. But again, training videos, just teaching people how to solve problems. Okay. If you never underestimate what you know, there's always somebody else out there that doesn't know what you know. Okay. So whatever it is that you've learned, if you've learned something in this training, hey, that's something that you can share with somebody else that has no clue. Okay. If you have those light bulb moments, you can share that information as well. That's really what I did when we first got started. When I first started marketing online and I understood the concept of giving value to people, well, I didn't have a lot of value, in the internet marketing world because I hadn't had any success really with it. I've done it, but I hadn't had any major success. But I was learning a lot of cool stuff. So if I learned something, I said, hey, man, that definitely is cool. That would definitely work. I can see how that's going to work. I'm going to share that with other people. Make sense? And guess what? Then I started getting credibility. And then some of those things I was doing myself, I was just doing a lot of that stuff. And so I was starting to get results. So it made those stories even more, more real to be able to share. So don't be afraid to share what you've learned. Okay. We all have value to give, and we all have some type of experience or something that can really help us to help others. So, so definitely share that information. Screen captures are really good. Doing training, showing people how to do something. I think here in this video, I'm showing people how to do some editing in this particular video using, my software that I use mostly for my videos is Final Cut Pro 10. So that's what I'm doing. You can show people how to do something, how to log into the back office of your company, how to do this, how to do that. Share that information. Don't don't think that people all know. A lot of people don't know, and they want to connect with people who seem to know what they're talking about in regards of they're giving a lot of value, right? Perception is reality. If you perceive that you have a lot of value, people will perceive that's what you have. You got a lot of value. So I need to follow you. I need to connect with you. I need to get to know you more because I might want to buy from you. Make sense? So it's all about giving value. So screen capture videos are great. Tutorial videos are amazing. Webinars and presentations. Where do I begin here? I mean, this is a webinar / presentation. They just work. How do you get good at any of this stuff? You're not going to be good in the beginning. You're going to have some mishaps. You have some issues. I had some issues in this video, but I don't care because I know it doesn't matter. It's all about, am I giving the value? Am I giving the information? Am I doing it in a way so people can consume the idea and put that idea into action for themselves? That's all that matters, okay? It's not about perfection. I want everybody here to punch perfection in the face. You'll get good at it and better and maybe make some perfect videos from your standards by just doing more videos, okay? So, but webinars and presentations are great way to really build your skills and get your message across. Video distribution number 3 is share. When you make content, share it. I make videos. When I make a video, a lot of times I'll put it on, I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put it on Instagram. If I have a video on Facebook, sometimes I'll download that video and I'll put it on YouTube. So I try to, especially for videos that I really want people to see, I don't just leave it up to the platform that I'm uploading it to do all the work. Because, it's way more complicated than that. Just because you uploaded something on YouTube or even Facebook or whatever platform does not mean that everybody's going to see it. In most cases, most people are not going to see it, especially if you don't have a lot of engagement on your page. So if you upload it to Facebook, comment on it. Share it in different places. Share it in a few groups. Share it on your fan page. Send it to some other people. Text, hey, I just made this YouTube video. Check this out. You be the promoter of your content. You need to. You spent some time making that video. You had to come up with the concept. Then you had to film it and do all that. Then maybe you had to edit it. And then you had to upload it and put all the other little stuff on there. And you know what? You better promote that piece of content. I know I promote mine, whether I'm sending it, and even if I'm sending out an email. But back then when I didn't have an email list, I was promoting that content. 3 videos got me off my job. I only had 3 videos, just 3 marketing videos. It was an opportunity that we were promoting. I only had, this is true. I'm gonna keep it 100. I had 3 videos, 3 YouTube videos that I shot that got me and my wife off our jobs. It wasn't like I just uploaded 1, 2, and 3 and I just left it at that. No, I was promoting those videos all over the place, if not every day. Like I would share it here, I would share it again, right? Like let's say for example, I would share it on Monday, let's say on Facebook, and I would type up, whatever I would say in the post on Facebook. Hey man, I'm so glad that I got a chance to get started with this opportunity. This summer is going to be amazing. Then I would link it. This was before Facebook even gave you the ability to upload videos to Facebook. You could just only link stuff. Right. So I would link it and then I would add an image. And then like the next day, I would say, keep in mind, it's on YouTube. So it's there. So if I'm promoting and I would say that same thing, maybe in a few different groups or whatever, different things that I'm associated with on Facebook. And then, so like, let's say the next day I would post, oh my God, I woke up this morning and I had already made, a couple $100. Or it could be an income testimonial. It could be my thoughts. It just be a totally different story from what I did the day before, but the link was still the same. Hey, to get more information, you got to see my video. It's the same video that I just posted yesterday, but it's a different message from Monday to Tuesday. Y'all catch that? That's what I was doing. I had 3 videos that I wasn't promoting the link, the little marketing link that the company gave you. Screw that, because in the video, I'm telling them what they need to do. Hey, connect with me. Hey, go to my website here. Check out the information. I'm giving them a strong call to action. So I don't need to promote the marketing link because I'm going to tell people where to go in the video. All I need to do initially is I need to promote me so I can get them to know who I am. And that's coming from a guy had no list, no reputation online, didn't know nothing from nothing. All I knew is that I understood what some of these other gurus or top earners were doing in terms of making videos to build their business and make a lot of money online. I said, I can do that. I'm going to do the exact same thing, if not more of it. So I just wanted to outwork a lot of people. With 3 videos, I just kept sharing it over and over and over. Same video. And then over time, those videos picked up speed because I was sharing it so much. So then the video started ranking on YouTube. When I first uploaded, it was like way down the list. So you have to go maybe 10 or 12 pages to find that video. You know what I'm talking about, right? Remember, no list, no reputation. Nobody knew who I was. I'm just a guy working at T-Mobile. Okay. But I kept promoting it and people were watching it. And then some people that I would, bring into the business, then they would start using it. Make sense? And it wasn't anything fancy. It was just my story. It wasn't a fancy video at all. As a matter of fact, when I'll do another episode, we'll kind of go back in the day and look at some of my older videos, different things that we were doing. But again, I was sharing the content. Keyword, promote and share what you create. Okay, especially if you're trying to kick things off. Okay, hopefully this is making sense, guys. And okay, now number 4. Here are a few creative resources. Get your pen, pad handy. Of course, this is recorded if you don't have one. But here's some of the desktop editing softwares that I use for creating my videos. I've used all these different things I'm about to share with you. My number one platform I do use on a day-to-day basis is Final Cut Pro 10. I have an Apple computer. Final Cut Pro is perfect for my workflow. It does exactly what I need it to do. It's not the best. It's, because there's so many different ones out there, so many different types of software platforms out there. I always tell people, find the one that works best with your workflow. Make sense? So it's not saying that Final Cut is the best. Some people use Adobe Premiere and they say Adobe Premiere is the best, right? And then some people say Final Cut Pro is the best. And some people say DaVinci is the best. Some people say Sony Vegas is the best. You see what I'm saying? It just all depends on a person's workflow. I've tried several. For me, Final Cut Pro works the best for my workflow. Okay. And I got some buddies of mine where they use Adobe Premiere and that works best for their workflow. Make sense? So again, this is just from my perspective here. You got Final Cut Pro, iMovie. So if you have a Mac, you should have iMovie for free on your Mac, whether you have an iMac or a MacBook Pro or, what have you. So that's free. Final Cut Pro is like $2.99, I believe. They give you a 30-day free trial too as well. So you can download it. If you have an iMac or MacBook Pro, whatever, you can download Final Cut Pro 10 for free for 30 days, unrestricted. And then you just pay for it. You can pay for it afterwards. All right. So Final Cut Pro, Windows Movie Maker. I need to take that out. Some people still got that on some of their older computers. This is kind of outdated. There's really not a Windows Movie Maker. I need to update this. But there's some other different ones out there I'm going to share with you. But some people still have an older version that I've been finding out that are still using Windows Movie Maker. When I first started making videos, this is what I was using. So it's kind of funny how we've kind of graduated from that free version of that. HitFilm Express is another free editing platform, very robust. A lot of different options, a lot of different things that you can do with it. And it's free. They got a free version and they got some paid versions for some additional functionality. But even the free version, HitFilm Express, it's pretty robust. You'll be able to do a lot with that. Another one, ScreenFlow. Some people use ScreenFlow. ScreenFlow, I believe it's good for Windows and Mac, I believe. So you can definitely use that. A lot of people use that. Adobe Premiere, I was talking about that earlier. It's good for Mac and Windows. And we got InShot, which is this is really a really good one here. InShot and WeVideo is good for mobile. And then there's some other ones I'll talk about. We'll talk about some other different ones when I do some training on just like mobile app editing platforms and stuff like that are good that I use. And there's a few other ones out there too that I've used in the past that I'll be able to share later too. But those are just a few. Some online editing resources. Capwing.com, which is a really cool platform, guys. It's like an online editor. It has a lot of cool things. They've got a free version, and then they got some paid options too. But it's a really, really cool. I've used it a few times here and there for different things I need to do on the fly. And it's all web based, so you don't have to download any applications or anything. It's a web based editing platform. So as long as you got access to the internet, you can be able to edit video there as well. So Capwing is pretty cool. I like that. Intro Champ, to get some really cool intros. I think they're like $5 a piece or whatever. Some really cool intros. I've used it a lot over the years for some of my videos when I just wanted a really cool intro, really quick and fast. Intro Champ, they definitely deliver. So definitely check that out. Intro Champ for some really cool intros. Videos.pexels.com. This is where you can get a lot of stock footage for free. Different, B-roll shots that you can put into your videos. I've been using them for like a long time, actually. I go to Pexels. They even have images. So if you need images for like a presentation you're making, like a PowerPoint presentation, they got a lot of cool stuff, videos and images. Pexels.com, or you can just go, if you're looking for video stock footage, you can go to videos.pexels.com. Really cool stuff there. These are things that I've used. Okay, this isn't just theory stuff. Okay, SoundCloud, if you want some really cool music, you can go to soundcloud.com. There are a lot of creators there. They give away a lot of their beats and background music for free because they want visibility. And some of them will charge a certain fee or whatever, but there are a lot of them that give it away for free. So I'm sure a lot of you heard of SoundCloud, a lot of cool stuff there in terms of free audio that you can use for a lot of your videos. Magisto is actually really cool. It's a really cool video editing app that allows you to put some really cool transitions and effects in your videos, and it edits your video automatically. When you go there, you'll see what I mean. I've used it a lot over the years. Haven't used it in the last maybe couple years or whatever, because I still do a lot of my own editing. But I think it's really good for a beginner, especially if you want to kind of give a little extra pizzazz to a certain type of video. It's really cool. It has a lot of cool features and a lot of different things you can do in terms of just adding video content to your marketing efforts. So check out that as well. And I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. So check those out. You'll get a lot of good pieces of content from them. And then of course, really guys, number 4, just get started. That's the main thing. Just start. You just got to start. You just got to get going. That's the main thing. All this stuff is great, but don't beat yourself up because you don't know how to do certain things. Don't beat yourself up because maybe you don't have, a certain type of camera or whatever, or a certain type of backdrop or whatever. Guys, just start. I didn't care what I just started, I just wanted to make sure my video was clear and my audio was clear and my message was clear. And we'll be talking about some different ways on how you can get rid of your ums and stuff like that in your videos and stuff like that. But remember too, live videos are forgiving, because remember, it's live. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's live. I've screwed up in this video, multiple times already, but it doesn't matter because it's live. It's a live interactive conversation. So it gives you a pass on making something perfect. And we as, followers and people that are part of social media, we accept that. Oh, it's a live video. It doesn't have to be perfect. Make sense? Only thing that has to be perfect is they need to see you clearly and they need to hear you clearly. That's it. Everything, if you got wind blowing and all kind of distractions going on, you need to get into a scene to where there's not a lot of distractions going on in the background and where there's not a lot of wind blowing across your microphone. Okay. That's not a quality video. A quality video is clear image, clear audio. I just showed you some ways to kind of give it, to make it pop and make you look like a pro, because now you got an intro. A lot of people don't do intros, but it can kind of help set you apart from other people, especially if you're marketing something, specifically. And that's really what I always wanted to do from day one. I wanted to separate myself from everybody else. I don't want to be like you guys. And not saying that from a negative perspective. I'm talking about when I first started. I saw a lot of people market. I'm like, I can't market like they're marketing. I got to be different. I've got to be me. I can't just spam my link like most people are doing, because then I'm going to get assimilated into the noise of all that, and nobody's never going to hear or see my message. So I got to start making videos. I'm not going to do what the masses do. Keep in mind, most people don't do this kind of marketing. Most people don't. But it's so funny, the top earners seem to always do it. Isn't that kind of uncanny? That very ironic. That seemed like a lot of the top earners, and especially with internet marketing, tend to do a lot of video marketing. That how do you know who they are? Because they're showing you who they are. And if you ask them, well, how'd you make 6 figures your first year? And if you ever have that conversation and you already know they got a lot of content, it's going to be funny that it's going to start with them making videos. Have that conversation. You'll see I've had a whole lot of them over the years. And they always say, hey, yeah, I've learned how to do this. I learned how to do this on Instagram. I learned how to do all this other stuff and do paid ads and everything. But it was all that stuff revolved around my videos. If I did a paid ad, it was revolving around that when they went to the page, or the ad was a video of me talking. And then when they went to the page, then there was another video. Make sense? See, everything circles like the universe. You got the sun and you got all the planets in the solar system, right? Everything revolves around the sun. Remember earlier I was saying your story serves everything. Okay? Make sense? So the story is the video. That's your story. And it's serving the universe, your universe. And that's how you got to look at video. So it doesn't matter the method or the tool or the strategy. Videos serve it all. That's where it all begins. And that's how it began with us, is even when I started learning different, tips and different ways on how to do this, whether it was paid advertising, whether it was using this tool that does whatever and that tool that does this or whatever. Those tools were fed by the videos that I was creating. It makes sense? So that's how a lot of times people buy this tool or do this, and they're using the tool, but they're not making content. They're like, man, this tool doesn't work, Steve. Yeah, it does work. You're not feeding it. You're not feeding enough traffic to it because you're not making content. Make sense? So you start making content and people start to get to know you more. Then you're going to get that little light bulb moment. Ding. And you're like, oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. I've had that conversation a lot over the years too. So that's why it's really important. Okay. Moving on. We'll wrap this up, guys, for today. And here we go. Okay. So, and then of course, number 6, increase your skills. Learn, develop, put in action. Okay. Whatever you learn, it don't matter what you learn. I know a lot of professional learners. They just learn all the time, but they never do anything. Am I talking to someone? I hope I'm not offending someone, but I know a lot of people that learn, man, they are professional learners. They learn everything. Man, I got to learn that. I got to know this. I got to know that, but they never do anything with the knowledge that they're learning. Don't do that. It's not going to be perfect. Just go. Right? Just do what you need to do and you'll be fine. Speed up your success, guys. Let's make some videos. That's what's going to speed it up. Here, let me come back here, guys. Let me close this out real quick. Okay. All right. And let me put up some of these comments here. Guys, I'm telling you, this is really where it's at. I'm excited to be able to share a lot of this information with you guys today. If you got some value from that, just comment. Just say value. if you got some value from this. And I know a lot of people watching a replay. Just comment below. Just say, man, I got some value. Just comment below. Do me a favor, like the video, and be sure to subscribe because I got another training coming tomorrow. So you don't want to miss it. I'll make sure that my router's working. I tell you Cox video. I don't know. I think I need to reboot, unplug it or whatever. So again, and it might need an update or something or whatever. I heard somebody talking about it on one of the message threads or whatever. So, but again, guys, I might take a few questions really quick. If you have one, let me know. Let me see here. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Technical difficulty here. 1 second. Okay, here we go. I don't know. The camera just went on the fritz, but technical difficulties is there, I'll tell you. But anyway, let's see here. We got Daniel. What happened to 2 o'clock? Yeah, hopefully you're still on, Daniel. You already know, the little technical difficulty there, but we're here. Camille, it's Camille from Austin, Texas. Great to see you, my friend, and great to see you, Camille. Glad you can make it to the Home Biz Hustle show. Let's see, absolutely, my friend. Do you have to market and brighten yourself? It is the cornerstone of becoming the rock star brand. So everybody, here, I'll put that up. Let me see, cornerstone of rock star brand. So everybody knows your name. Absolutely, guys. Camille knows. You gotta let people know who you are. We like to join people. That's just how we are. That's humans. I just, and not from a negative standpoint, I take advantage of the need for humans to connect with other humans. It's embedded in our DNA. So as a marketer, I need to market a certain way that's going to capitalize on that need so I can get my message across. Okay. And I'm not coming from a negative, perspective here. I'm just from a real perspective. That's what we want. We connect with people. We like connecting with people. So I'm going to let people know who I am. And a lot of people will connect. Well, see, does that work? Yeah, I tested it years ago, and 90 days later, I quit my job that I had for like almost 7 years. And if I would have known, I said this yesterday, if I would have known this is all you had to do, oh my God. The things we were going through at that time. If I would have known 2 years prior, 4 years prior, that's all we had to do was start making videos. Oh man, it could have changed everything for us. It did, but we could have been there. We could have had experience those changes years earlier than when we did, if that makes sense. So take it with a grain of salt, but it definitely does work. Daniel said, that's fire. Appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Let me see. Stafford says, great information, very useful. I'm glad you got some value from it. And again, this is recorded. MC Stafford said, I'll definitely implement some of these tips and get active. Guys, I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what someone told me. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm not telling you what I read. I'm telling you exactly what I know because I am proof of it. And I was skeptical. It's all about videos. And the only reason I'm kind of going over a little bit is because I've been doing this for so long. It is such a struggle for so many people just to turn on a camera, right? And just deliver a message. And if they only knew that one little option and doing that over and over, I'm like reaching to my camera right here and they just keep hitting record and record and record and record and upload and upload and upload, that would definitely change their life. However, you still got to do the right way. You still got to do it the right way. Okay. But starting, it might not be so perfect in the beginning. So what? But just start, because every time you do your first video, I'm speaking to the person that's never done this before. I'm speaking to you. Okay. When you make your first video, okay, when you make your first video and you upload it, you're going to hate it. Okay. For most people, not all, but for most people. Okay. You're not going to like it. You're going to feel weird about it. So what? You're going to learn something in that process. Then I want you to make another video. Okay. And when you make another video, you're going to be a little bit more educated on the process of it all because of what you just did on the last video. So maybe you uploaded the first one, like, well, I think I'm gonna do a little bit different the next time. And you do it the next time, and now it's a little bit different. Maybe a little bit better than the first, right? And then you do your third video. It's a little bit better than the second one. Maybe a much more better than the first one. Your fifth video, a little bit better than the fourth. You see the process? The more you do, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. You're going to understand the process. You're not going to feel so intimidated about the process of it all and what people think, because now you're getting feedback. Maybe a few people commented here and there or liked here and there. And now it's going to help build up your self-esteem in terms of how you're creating your content. I'm telling you guys, this is me. That was me back then. And I know you see me doing all this crazy stuff now, but in the beginning, I had no clue other than I knew it worked. Okay. And I got better. Literally, I got better with every video. And every time I do a video, I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to do it this way now. I kind of know how that works, so I'm going to set it up this way this time. And I would see the evolution of my content abilities as the weeks and months progressed, right? And I can go back on my channel and just look, oh man, and I look back on some of my videos, I'm like, man, what was I thinking? But at the time, it was perfect, at least for what I was wanting to do and how I was evolving. But it didn't matter because people were connecting with it. Make sense? And that's how you got to look at it. So let's see here. Lawson, what's up, man? Came in late, bro. I'll watch the recording for sure. Yeah, it's up there on the channel, so you'll be able to check it all out. I'm about to end it here in a second anyway, so you'll be good. Let's see here. Max says, what do you suggest I talk about? Really, it all depends on what you're trying to market or whatever your agenda is. And a lot of times, here's a hack. Here's a really cool hack, guys. Whatever your niche is, whatever you're doing, okay, obviously there are other people doing the exact same thing, in some form. Go to YouTube, type in bass fishing. Maybe you're a bass fisherman. I'm just randomly picking a profession here, or a hobby. And you've got some type of, lure that's really working really well that you made or something. I'm just kind of giving you an idea. So what I would do is I would type in bass fisherman in YouTube, and I would look at what other people are talking about when it comes to bass fishing lures. Make sense? And because I got this really cool lure, but I'm like, what do I say? What do I talk about specifically? Well, you can get, and I'm gonna give you a few off the cuff, but you can look at what others are saying, like, oh, that's a really good video. I think and you'll find, oh, that's a good topic. I know that topic. I'll make my version of that topic. Make sense? You're not copying anybody because he's not the only one with that topic. But if you watch that person's video, you could be like, you know what? I can do that, but I've got my own perspective on that type of, dynamic of whatever that lure is or whatever. And then I can also share why I like my fishing lure better than X whatever. Maybe there's one that's like the biggest one on the market that everybody's using, and you got yours, you think it's better, you can do a versus, this lure versus whatever, right? Those are always interesting videos, right? Because now you're giving your expertise, your knowledge, your experience, and that's what people love to get. Okay. Now, again, I'm just talking about bass fishing, but it could apply to any topic. Make sense? And I do that all the time. I'll get ideas just by looking at other people's videos. If I want to make a video about whatever, I'll type that whatever into YouTube, see what videos that other people are making around that topic, and it gives me inspiration on videos that I can make coming from my perspective. Make sense? That's where you can start. Let's see here. Okay, Max. Okay, you got a little bit more specific. Let me see. I want to speak on personal development, no products, just want to impact, if that makes sense. Yeah, if you have a lot of personal, if you got a lot of strategies and methods that can help people to get better, just talk about it. If you don't know what to talk about, type in motivational speaker or motivation, personal development in YouTube, and you will see a whole bunch of different. If I did it right now, we'll do it maybe on another, but I want you to do it. Just go to YouTube after this webinar, type in personal development. Think about some people that have impacted you in your journey of becoming better. And you can make a video talking about what I learned about making content from Gary Vaynerchuk, or from Casey Neistat. These are some people that I follow, but it could be whoever it is that you follow. Make sense? Reason why I say that, you can make something like that because if you put their name in some of your titles and you kind of have that concept, YouTube would deliver that video to some of their audiences, and these people have millions of followers. Make sense? So, and a lot of times people like to know what your thoughts are about a particular individual. And not saying that you got to do every video like that. No, just saying that's one idea. And then of course, if you're doing personal development and things of that nature, you can find ideas from that. Now, shameless plug, below there you'll see I've got a masterclass training, which is about an hour and a half, something like that. But it's a very detailed training on just about videos. And in that video, you'll get some access to some different things and some other different offers that you can take advantage of that can give you a list of different ideas that you can probably make videos about. But again, one way that I do that is I get a lot of ideas just by looking at other people. I mean, I'm just keeping them. I mean, that's really what I do. If I'm making a video about a particular topic, before I even make the video, I'm thinking about, okay, what video can I make? And then I'll go, if I have an idea, I'll go and type that idea into YouTube, see what others have done, and maybe sometimes even what they have said, just so it can kind of give me a little ammunition on maybe a direction that I can go or not go. Like, okay, they talked about that. I don't want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about this. Make sense? So just doing your research can always give you some ideas. Remember, YouTube and Google, guys, those two individuals are your best friend when you are building, when you're growing, when you're developing, right? They'll always provide you with an answer, whatever it is, okay? I don't know what I need to talk about today. YouTube it, okay? Video ideas or whatever, around personal development, or just type in whatever. Make sense? So, and we'll do some things I'll have some episodes about that as well. But again, thanks for asking that question, guys. Hey, we kind of went over a little bit, but we'll let you guys get back to your afternoon. And we'll be wrapping up again tomorrow. We'll do another one tomorrow, 11 a.m. my time, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to try to hang around that time. From time to time, we might change, the time, especially if I have if I got to do something or if I got to go out of town or something like that, I might change the times or whatever. But for the most part, I think we're going to try to keep Home Biz Hustle around that 2 p.m. Eastern time slot because it just kind of works best for me with my workflow and the things I got to do every day. So if I could kind of knock it out, not too early in the morning and not too late in the afternoon, but around 11, I'm usually done. Like right now, it's like 12:20. I can be done and I still got the rest of my day to do whatever I need to do, make other videos about whatever, help whatever, coach, train, all that stuff. So I'm going to try to keep it around that 2 p.m. Eastern time, but we're definitely going to be, I'm definitely committed to create some type of content every day. Steve, how long? I don't know. For as long as it takes. I've got a good goal to at least 90 days, maybe longer, maybe a whole year. We'll just see how it goes and see if we can grow the channel, see if we can give a lot of people a lot of value and see if we can make an impact. And that's really what I want to do with this show. I want to make an impact. So the more impact we have, the longer this is going to run. But for now, you're good. I'm going to be making content every day. So definitely make sure that you're plugged in, subscribe, make sure you click the bell so you get the notification when I upload. And we're going to try to stay around that 2 p.m. Mark. I'll let everybody know, once if I need to change it up or whatever. But for the most part, we're going to stay around that 2 p.m. Eastern time slot. But hey, guys, I got to run. Got some things to do. Hopefully you got some value from this, guys. And again, check out some of the resources I got right below on the YouTube, in the YouTube description, and connect with me on Facebook or whatever as well. You'll see my messenger link there so you can connect with me. And if you got any questions or anything, and if you have any comments or anything that you want to check out, if you're watching a replay, comment right below and I'll respond and answer that question for you. So, hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and look forward to working with you guys again tomorrow. And hey guys, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you guys over the top. Love you guys. Peace out.